Kunjur Chowki Mane, the first house built in this Hasta Shilpa heritage village, and it was a plain land until then. This was the first house which was retransplanted, and from here on the project began in the year 1996. It's a very vast house, a beautiful house, lots to look at, and it belonged to a Brahmin family who had migrated to Kerala from Kunjur. Kunjur actually is a place which is in Yermal, and Yermal you get it when you travel from Udupi to Mangalore. You get the places like you pass by Udyavar, Katpadi, Kapu, Padubidri, Yermal. So Kunjur is from Yermal, and because they had migrated to Kerala, and there's an interesting story about landlord that he luckily got a job of a chief priest in Ananta Padmanabha temple, Trivandrum. There he got the job, and he was very much interested in Kerala architecture. He loved it so much to an extent that he decided to build a house based on Kerala architecture in Kunjur for his family. So this is the reason the house was built. It's out and out Kerala architecture, but it was built in Kunjur. Artisans from Kerala were called to Kunjur and they designed the house in Kunjur. Yeah, it's a proper courtyard house. It's a very beautiful house. Let's look at it. This particular chair was our founder's chair, late Mr. Vijayanath Shenoy, where he used to sit over here, because this was the first house, as I mentioned, which was retransplanted, and he used to sit here. And this is also an easy chair kind of a thing, where you can rest your legs as well and relax. And also this is known as Kundalini, which describes the different chakras in the human body. Actually, this is the spinal cord, and you can see the chakras, and this is the neck portion, and this is the head. So this is how it is described as. And as you enter, you can look at the beautiful carvings over here. You have Gajalakshmi on the top. It's a very beautiful courtyard house, typical Kerala architecture. Look at the walls over here. It's a mud plastered walls. As you can see, there's this orange color which has been used. It's all mud plastering, but here you can see green as well, which is the cow dung. It's quite cool. So while retransplanting as well, they have used the same method. The cow dung is used for the green because the design is completely banana leaf design, because they had food on the banana leaf. So red oxide, lime, mud plastering, and the cow dung as well. Chowki means the courtyard where the four corners meet. So Mane means house. So Chowki Mane or Chaukattu in Kannada, or we in Kannada even call it as Totti Mane. In Malayalam they call it as Nalukettu. So again, where the four corners meet, that is the reason it is known as Chowki Mane. So that is the reason the house is named as Kunjur Chowki Mane. And the best part about the courtyard is that you normally get fresh air from outside through the windows, and the heated air goes out through this courtyard. The topmost part is like a suction, it sucks all the hot air and it keeps the house cool. Actually, two kitchens in this house. Main purpose of having two kitchens is that one is the regular kitchen where women cooked the normal food, but the other kitchen was used only by men, and among men also it was used by only one person. Purpose of that kitchen is that to cook the prasad, to cook the food, the special food which is offered to God, which is called as prasad. So this is the place, the dining area, and also there are a lot of artifacts like which were used for the removal of paddy husk, also churning of buttermilk, grinder, the olden day grinder. There's a noodle press as well inside, and so that is the regular kitchen which I mentioned. Kitchen which I mentioned where the men cook the prasad, and only one particular person has to cook it. So he used to take bath outside because normally the bathrooms were outside. They probably had a well and then they get in. So they cook the prasad here, but right here is the God's room, and they have made a small opening, small compartment where he can directly give the prasad to the God's room. There the person will be there doing the puja again. So he will take the prasad and keep it for a while. Once the puja, everything, the rituals are done, then afternoon the prasad is served to everyone before lunch. The God's room. Look at the beautiful three-headed lamps over there. It's like a trishul. This vast area, the activity area. Here basically the grandparents teach the children to read, write, the teens used to learn music, the small kids used to play. There is also a small cycle, the wooden cycle. You will definitely not find something like this now. There's also a parrot cage, as you can see over here. Painting over here, again Tanjore painting. I described about it in Kamal Mahal of Kukkanur as well. Massaging unit, it is known as, it is not the modern massaging unit which you get it in spa and all, but definitely you will get it, you will find it in Ayurvedic centers even now. So it is known as Shirodhar. This is the delivery room where the baby is born, and the speciality of this house is that there lived 62 people in this house, in a single house at a time, and 16 to 17 couples stayed, and every 6 months one baby was born. So once the baby is born, it's little bit grown up. Until it's grown up, it's there here in this delivery room, but it's little bit grown up, then it will be shifted directly to the activity area. You might be thinking why the windows are at a lower level. I have to sit for me to get the breeze from the windows. The reason is that furniture, whatever furniture came later on. So earlier people used to sit down, eat down, sleep down, rest down. So everything was, all the activities, all the regular activities which we do on a daily basis was done on the floor. And that is the reason the windows are at a lower level. This Kunjur Chowki Mane is a 2-storied house, and we are going to the second floor now. Few rooms over here which we are going to explore. This is the first room, is the study room. We come to the most important part of this house. It's a beautiful place to sit, and you can also rest your back and rest your head and just relax over here. There are quite a few advantages of this part. The thing is, people outside, they can't see you. So the landlords used to keep a watch on the workers working on the fields. You can see them clearly, but they can't literally see you, who is there. They can just figure out that someone is there, but they can't really make out who is there and what you're doing. So the landlords used to keep a watch on the workers working in the field. There used to be paddy field outside this house. So that is one thing. And the other thing is, when you relax like this, when you rest your back and rest your head, it's a great relaxation for the spinal cord. So they have thought about all this scientifically as well, and that is the reason this has been designed in such a way. Each and every design here right on the top, it's a different design. And as I mentioned in the other house, the Bansale house as well, the more the carvings, the more they were rich. So that is how you can analyze the richness of the people. Over here, this is the upper part of the regular kitchen where the women used to cook the regular food. And as I mentioned, the upper part is like a chimney where when you cook there at the lower level, the smoke comes up right from the bottom, and it comes up through these railings, and then it goes out through this window. Also, this is a place where they used to store the pickle, rock salt or jaggery. Heated air from below as well as from this part directly goes out through this. We get the fresh air from outside. Heated air is out from this part, and it goes out through the upper part. This part is like a suction, and it sucks all the hot air, keeps the house cool. So again, this is the upper part of the other kitchen used for preserving the vegetables. Especially it is is a way to go up to the attic, and attic is a place again where you store unwanted stuff or utensils which you don't use often. The locking system over here, the design, this design, it's again typical Kerala architecture. In Malayalam they call it as Manichitratal, and there's a movie also made on that word Manichitratal, and that movie was later remade in several languages. In Telugu it was remade as Nagavalli, in Kannada it was remade as Aptamitra, the very popular character, I think everyone will know it, the Nagavalli. This room is a paddy storage granary which is in the upper part. The reason is that to prevent the moisture from getting into the paddy, they have kept this in the upper part. You can see a photograph of goddess Saraswati sitting on the piece of rock over here, and you can see the very similar photograph of goddess Lakshmi on lotus, of course, which is near the river bank. And that photograph we have seen in the house number 12, the Bansale house, the trader's house. And the meaning of both the pictures is that the picture over there represents goddess Lakshmi, which is the representation of the wealth. So wealth, it's not stable all the time. So that is the meaning that goddess Lakshmi is on the lotus, and lotus can get drowned anytime in the water. So, but here, if you see, goddess Saraswati is sitting on the rock, on a piece of rock, and a rock or the stone is always stable. Goddess Saraswati represents the education, or we treat her as goddess of knowledge. So knowledge or the education, it is always stable. So this is the difference between both the pictures. So this room is the master bedroom for the master or the landlord of the house. You see the window. These are the small tiny windows. They built these kind of windows for the sparrows to come inside the house and build the nests inside the house. It's a sign of a prosperity and a sign of a good luck for the family, for the generation to continue. So these are actually slidable windows. If you open like this, it's like if you slide like this, it's open. Right over here, this is actually a foldable. It's kind of a table or a seat. These windows, it's very tiny gaps, so you get the cool breeze through these windows. Wood which have been used in this house, it's jackfruit. It's a mixture of jackfruit and wild jackfruit. Also they use cashew oil for the treatment of the wood to prevent the wood from the termites.